Hello everyone. Today we're going to look at creating a calendar and creating an event within Google Calendar. So first you want to access Google Calendar by typing calendar.google.com, and it will take you here. I'm going to use our Prairie Point account and I'm going to sign in. As you can see here, here's my Google Calendar and how it displays. Another way that you can get to Calendar is by clicking the app launcher feed over here, and you just click on Google Calendar, like say for example if you're in Gmail or in Google Drive. Alright, so as you can see here, my calendar is pretty bare, and I did that on purpose. So what we're going to try to do now is create a new calendar within Google Calendar. So over here are my calendars. I have two. I have Prairie Point, I have birthdays. But I want to create a new calendar for my next class as I set up for next year. So I'm going to click on Create New Calendar. I'm going to name this calendar Mr. Reedstrom's Physical Science class. All right. Now, if this was a class that I was teaching, I may put in a course description or what this calendar may or may include. All right. And then you click your time zone and your location, which is pretty self-explanatory. One thing that you want to make sure that you do is make this calendar public, especially if you're sharing this or embedding this into your class Google site. So you want to make it public. But there are times where you want to make it private, like if it's a personal calendar, so you can keep that unmarked if you want to keep it private. But you can also share calendars with specific people. So then what I liken this to is in Google Docs, anyone with link can view, or public to the world, or private. So that's kind of what this is doing, but just in calendars. So I'm going to share this with myself here, and then I can change what I want that person to be able to see, make changes and manage sharing, or just see the events. So that's like they can edit the calendar versus they can only view the calendar. I'm going to click Add Person, and then that person's down here. If I want to ever remove a person, you just hit the trash button there. Okay? Since we're done now, I think we have it all completed. We want to hit Create Calendar, and we want to invite that person if they're not using Google Calendar right now, and just click Invite. So we have created our very first calendar, and it can be seen over here. So now what we want to do is create an event for that calendar. As always, there are two ways to do this. Creating an event is like creating a meeting, for example. So I want to create a meeting on Monday. Let's click to next week. For Tuesday, the 26th at 9 a.m. I can just click here and type that in, or I can hit create up here in the left corner. So I'm going to do that. I'm going to hit create. I want it to be on Tuesday, the 26th. And what this is going to be is office hours. I'm going to click office hours there, and I want it to go from, let's say, 7:30 to 8. All right. Now, if I'm going to have office hours every Tuesday from 7:30 to 8, I can hit repeat, and then I can have it repeat weekly, daily, every weekday, however you want to do that. And then you can say it never ends or whatever on that, okay? And then you hit done. I don't want it to repeat though. You can enter a location, so it could be Reedstrom's office. If it was an actual building, obviously it will hit use Google Maps to get you there. You can add guests, so I'm going to add myself to this. Hit add. Okay. Here's an important part. You want to say what calendar it's going to do. So as you add calendars for different preps or different calendars that you want to do with your co-teachers and that type of stuff, you want to make sure it's to the right calendar. So this is going to be for Mr. Reedstrom's physical science class. You can type in a description if you want, and then you can set up your notifications as well for it to email you in 10 minutes or a pop-up. You can add a different type of notification. If you've linked your cell phone, you can add it to text message you as well. Okay, so I'm going to hit save, and then we can send that notification. And as you can see here, here is the event. That's just telling if someone has accepted the event or not. So that's how you set up a calendar, and that's how you set up an event in Google Calendar. Thanks.